Hey, welcome to day 30 of the 30-day challenge, the final day. If I've got my calendar right, I might be wrong because I took a vacation somewhere in the middle there. So anyhow, this is episode 13, so I went live almost half the days of the challenge on average. So out of the 30 days, hopefully you're making progress. We're going to get to the analysis shortly, but first I wanted to start with the end in mind. So if you've been with me on those previous episodes, we talked about the mission of this challenge is to expand the number of positions that you know, like really know, like totally understand, can play without thinking kind of know. And the point is every position you prepare is going to be better than any position that you analyze over the board. So let me ask you this. Why are we doing this? Well, it seems kind of obvious, right? We want to, hopefully most of us want to improve our level of play. Because if we improve year on year, the game gets to be more fun, if you think about it. So when I was a 1200, I dreamt of being a 1500, and then I got to be a 1500, and I dreamt of being an 1800 player, and then I dreamt of being a 2000 player, and keep going, right? And then you dream of being a master and an international master, get your GM norms, become a GM, whatever your dreams are. You dream of being better and better and better each year. Most of us, though, have fallen into some sort of plateau, though. And I'm hopefully going to have a tool for you today that help you bust out of that, more so than just analyzing. So the point is we are working on our opening preparation and hopefully your tactics and your end game preparation and your middle game studies and everything else you're working on, and maybe doing yoga and eating right or whatever it is that gets you to be a better player. We're doing it because we want to become better players. But we might be stuck in one of those plateaus. So what had you join a challenge for 30 days to add 5 positions to your repertoire? Maybe you bought into the idea, which I hope you did, that just adding 5 positions a day after a month is going to have you 150 positions richer in your opening knowledge, which will make a difference in your opening play, right? And what would happen if you did it for a year? Just do that math for a minute. So that's what I'm really going to get you to try to visualize today. So first of all, let me talk about visualization. I've done a lot of work with a lot of life coaches and done some life coaching myself. Visualization is a very important tool, but it gets a bad rap because most people will stop with, I don't know how to visualize, because they close their eyes and they try to think of a picture of how it's going to be, and they have trouble with that. And most people do, mostly because you can't really imagine what you haven't actually experienced yet, right? So let me tell you a little story about visualization. And let me just give you the punchline. Pizza. Pizza. Yes, the taste of pizza. So let me take you back many, many years until I was probably, could have been 19, 20, 21 years old. I was playing in a tournament at the YMCA here in Columbus, Ohio. And long story short is I got to win the tournament. Win it. And it was so great. I can remember one of the games, when I go back to my journals, now I'm into my 58th trip around the sun, I still go back to my journals and I have a short list of things I really love about my life. One of those things is a particular combination that I played at that tournament, which I can still see it like it was yesterday. It was an amazing combination. I just lucked into it, but I planned it out and it was amazing. And the guy didn't last long afterwards. And it clinched first place in this tournament in the city of Columbus. Now, what was happening, of course, I say of course, maybe you don't know this part, the 4, 5, or 6 strongest players in Columbus, Ohio, were at the time participating in the closed city championship. So that allowed all of us players who are maybe 2100 rated or less to go play on our own regular tornado tournament, as they called it back in the day, for the weekend at the YMCA. And that's what allowed me to win that tournament, is all the strong players in the city were all playing in the championship for the city. So I won, I think, just shy of $100, right around $100. And so in today's dollars, I'd probably be around, I don't know, $300, $400, something like that. It's been so many years. So why pizza? Because at the end of it, I was surrounded by my friends, right? All my friends, all my chess playing friends and their families were playing in this tournament, and I won it. And so a little bit out of guilt and a lot out of just camaraderie, I took all of my friends out for pizza and blew all the prize money. So when I got home and told my wife about it, she had a good laugh. She was kind of hoping for more of the prize money back then, but that's how it was. So when I close my eyes and try to, quote unquote, visualize success at chess, what do you think I visualize? Let me do it right now for you. I'm visualizing the taste of those soggy mushrooms out of a can spread over really cheap, cheesy pizza. Just, oh, greasy, cheesy pizza that I don't eat anymore, I'll just tell you right now. But back in the day, that was one of my favorite things. And it tasted like chess success. It tasted like great tactics. It tasted like 4 rounds of just absolute perfect chess. It's tasted like chess success. I don't know how else to put it to you, but that is what I visualize. So what I want you to do today, and you might want to just replay this video later on if you have a chance to do it, because you want to do it at a deeper level each time you try this. Because the first time you'll try this, I'll have you do it now. If you're not driving, why are you watching YouTube videos while you're driving anyway? Bad chess player, bad. So close your eyes, if you would, and just listen along with me. Try to imagine wherever you are. If you know your number, great. Like if I know 186 chess positions, or for some of you, I know 364 chess positions. But at the end of a year, let's say you don't do it every day, but at the end of maybe 300 days out of 365 days, and just to make the math easy, after 300 days, I've at least done 5 new positions a day. Maybe I've moved on to endgame positions. Consider that. But let's say most of them are in the opening. So after 300 days of 5 positions a day, where I started with just the knowledge of a couple hundred positions in my opening, I now know, and I do mean know, K-N-O-W. I know, without a doubt, I memorize and I completely understand how to play 5 times 300 days, 1,500 opening positions in my repertoire. Imagine how that feels. It may not feel like, a vegetable pizza to you, like a mushroom pizza with heavy cheese. It may feel like what it would feel like to stand in front of a cross table, if you're old school like me, and looking up at all those ones in the first column and all the zeros in the other column from a Swiss tournament, except your result from the first round was an upset. And so you're the only person in the lower bracket who got a 1 in your first round, and maybe 2 in your second round, 3 in your third round. You can see no goose eggs at all in your cross table. Maybe that's how you get the feeling. Maybe it's the feeling you'd have when you'd walk through your chess club, if we ever get to walk through our chess clubs again, and it feels like you're wearing a cape. Like you have to keep reaching over and throwing that cape off your shoulder because everyone is looking at you like you are the superhero because you're now the strongest or among the strongest at your chess club. Because if for no other reason, you now play impeccable openings. Where you used to know a few hundred positions, now you're moving on thousands. So you want to get that feeling. And it could be the feeling of biting into pizza. It could be the feeling of looking up at that cross table. It could be the feeling of walking through your chess club, having to throw that invisible cape off your shoulders like a superhero. But when you find that feeling, now here's the thing. You may not find it the very first time you try this exercise. That's why I recommend keeping this around for the replay. Try it until you find the feeling. Now here's the next step. Once you find the feeling, and you'll only feel it, I'm telling you, if you're like most people, like most chess players, you'll feel it for about a second. Or maybe if you're lucky, you'll feel it for about 3.5 seconds. And then it goes away. It's just what happens, right? The next thought comes in, which creates another emotion, and off you go to something else. But if you're trying to have a disciplined mind here, you want to try to keep that emotion going for longer than 3 seconds. You want to try to get it to 15 seconds. Solid, uninterrupted feeling of what it would feel like to be that much stronger next year, a year from now. So once you get it to around 15 seconds, then just do that each day. And I'm telling you right now, if you're like most chess players, it'd be like your ego will tell you, nah, this is too hairy-fairy, or no, it takes too long. It can't take too long. This is 15 seconds of a totally enjoyable feeling. If you can't find 15 seconds to totally enjoy the feeling it feels like to get stronger in chess next year, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, 15 seconds. I'm telling you, it's only going to take you 15 seconds. It took me, what, 58 seconds so far to harp on the fact that you should spend the 15 seconds. And you're watching this video, so you should invest in this. So again, look at the replay or whatever it takes. Make a note in your journal, whatever it takes to have you do this daily. But just try to envision what it's going to be like if you continue this challenge indefinitely. And then get back to me with your results. So, okay, let's do our homework. This is our final shot at the homework. Thank you for everyone who stuck with me all 30 days for this challenge. I'm gonna look at the comments here really quick. No, it's not showing me the comments. I have this high tech, which works great some days, and some days doesn't even show me what's going on. So we're back to our hymnals, right? And we've completed that one line. And so we've gone really, really deep in that one line. And now I'm back at the start of it. So let's rewind back to, well, first of all, make sure that I actually share my screen this time. I messed that up yesterday. Let's go show Chess Openings Wizard me. There we go. And let's click all the way back to, let's see here, where we play C5, D3, D4. Okay, there we go. C5, E3. Play C5, play E3. And what if they go ahead and play, well, so no, we're going to play Queen B6, right? You have to excuse me, I haven't looked at these lines yet. E3. So back to E3, okay. Oh, E3. Oh, if they go ahead and play D5. That's the new line we're going to take a look at. And there are videos out this on YouTube. If you can't find them, hook me up. Gotham Chess is the place to look for this one. If you're familiar with Gotham, as in like Gotham City, Gotham Chess, go find his video on his rebuttal to this line in the Sicilian, which is, I'm sorry, the London, which is really amazing. So he offers D5 as one of the alternatives. So D5, we've just added one new position. Let's go check and see how many positions are in here. This should be about, what, 62 or something? 65 positions now. So we have 4 more positions to go to complete our homework for today. After D5, if 3D5, he's saying D6. And then white will usually try knight F3. And then you can play dun 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 E5. And then we expect DE6. Okay, so let's back up and see where we are. Back up, back up, back up. And because there's another line I want to show you. If after D6, what I'm looking for is a little transposition indicator up there because there's a comment after this one. And after knight F3, he says knight C3, DE6, bishop E6, knight F3 transposes. So I guess we won't cover this at a later time, but let's go ahead and plug that in because I'm curious about it now. After knight F3, okay, E5, fine. But he says knight C3, knight C3, and then E5, ta-da, hitting it back. And then DE6, bishop E6? Oh, I put the line in wrong last time. He plays bishop E6. I can't read my own notation. I can't read notation here. So after here, so let's go back to the other line. If he plays D6, knight F3, E5, DE6, bishop E6 is the line we're going to put in. Okay, and apparently, if you play here, it transposes, or it should transpose. Anyhow, you get the idea. So, by the way, if you're interested in this book at all, I'll plug it again. This is Larry Kaufman's new, capital new, right? Because he had another repertoire that he made. And this is his new repertoire for black and for white. So if you're looking for what most people want in Chess Openings Wizard, which is give me a Grandmaster's repertoire completely laid out, I will just learn it. You have no excuses. This is a Grandmaster's repertoire for both sides completely laid out. So that's it. Hopefully, I'm going to hear back from some of you after you've done the visualization exercise from today. Don't poo-poo this. Don't think that it's not as powerful as it could be. Try it out and tell me if I'm wrong. But try it just for a few days, for 15 seconds, the emotion that you would have if whatever your goal for next year, let's say it's gain 200 points in your rating or something, or get your first IM norm, or whatever it is for you, that you've got it nailed down 12 months from now because of what you're doing every single day studying chess. Imagine the feeling for just 15 seconds uninterrupted every day, just 15 seconds. If it breaks up, if you can only get it to go 5 seconds or 12 seconds, get back to it, Stretch out that feeling until you have the discipline of actually enjoying that feeling for 15 plus seconds a day. And let me know if it doesn't do amazing things for you. Those of you who do not have Chess Opening Wizard Express, those of you who already have Professional or Express, you're good to go. Those of you who do not have Chess Opening Wizard Express, I promised you, well, it's actually in the final slide, but it's kind of a hidden secret, right? So in the final slide that I'm going to switch to end this, because it cuts my microphone off when I do it, it's going to have a link at the bottom. Go ahead and type in that link, and you're going to have what I call an offer you can't refuse. Basically, it's $67 for a copy of Chess Openings Wizard Express, but it puts it on a payment plan, and your down payment, try this out, is $5. $5 to try it out for 30 days. And if you don't like it, get a hold of me. I'll get you your $5 back. Actually, one guy has already done that. One guy actually got back to me and asked for his money back. I'm like, cool, no problem. Here's the kicker. You get to keep the software. You're not going to get tech support from me. You're not going to get free updates or anything like that. But you could try the software for $5. It used to be a free trial anyway, but now it's try it for $5. And if you love it, well, then you have 2 more payments to get you up to $67. I think it's like $31 a month and then $31 a month after that. If you don't like it, drop me an email. I'll get you your money back and you can keep the software. So those of you who already have the $67 version of Express, I've got something even better for you, but you'll have to email me about it because it's not public. Those of you who have the professional version, you're already on board with all the cool stuff I do for you. So I'm almost uttered some profanity there because I got so excited. Anyhow, so thank you for hanging with me for this 30-day challenge. And if you have any questions, drop them in the group or drop them an email. I'll get back to you. If this was a big enough hit, and I think it was, people have already asked for this, we may start another 30-day challenge, but I may have to take like a month off before I do that because I have some programs I need to update. Yes. Okay, so I will talk to you later, and I'm going to switch to that slide that cuts me off, but offers those of you who don't have Chess Openings Wizard Express, an offer you can't refuse. I'll see you later.